In February 1884, the Cork Examiner carried a grim report from the parish of Keele, near Castlemaine, County Kerry. Sub-Sheriff Hartnett, the estate agent Mr. Egar, and a large force of police and bailiffs spent an entire day carrying out evictions on the estate of Sir John Godfrey of Milltown Abbey. 4 tenant farmers, along with a large number of under-tenants, were removed from their homes for non-payment of rent. What made this case particularly severe was that the evicted families were not reinstated as caretakers, as sometimes happened in such situations. In rural Ireland in the late 19th century, being made a caretaker meant that a tenant was technically dispossessed of their legal rights to the property, but was allowed to remain living there under strict conditions, usually as a temporary occupant without security, and always under the threat of removal. Although precarious, it at least offered shelter. In Keele, even this limited concession was denied, leaving children wandering without a roof over their heads. Neighbours discreetly gave what help they could, though under-tenants who remained were warned not to provide shelter, underscoring the cruelty of the system. The Godfrey family had deep roots in Kerry. They were part of the Anglo-Irish landed gentry, having first acquired their estates during the 17th century. By the 19th century, they were among the most significant landowners in the district. Sir John Fermor Godfrey, the 4th Baronet, was landlord in 1884 when these events occurred. It was noted at the time that Sir John had not been regarded as the harshest of landlords. He had agreed to use Griffith's valuation, a government-devised formula intended to make rents more consistent and fair, and had introduced a permanent 20% rent reduction. These measures suggested a willingness to reform. Yet even with these concessions, many tenants were unable to meet their obligations. The land in Keele was poor, low-lying, and had suffered years of heavy rainfall. This meant that harvests were bad and left families struggling. For the evicted tenants, the landlord's apparent fairness offered little protection when their payments fell short. The implications for the evicted families were devastating. To lose one's home in midwinter, with children left exposed to the elements, was a tragedy that revealed the precarious nature of tenant life. The Keele evictions stand as a reminder of how deeply vulnerable rural families were in 19th century Ireland. Even landlords considered moderate could and did enforce their rights, and the human cost was borne by those least able to endure it.